Hi guys, here's another practice strokes and information you need when you're beginning one stroke and you want to learn all the details on how to make this happen for you while you're learning to paint. I'm going to work with some floating medium today and share that with you. I know I have in some of the other recordings, smaller 2 ounce or 8 ounce bottles. And this is a double loader, which I have taught you about before also. And I put the floating medium in the middle so it doesn't run around. But I'm going to also show you as I'm doing this how to use a foam plate until you get your double loader, or if you're in countries where you can't get it easily. All right, so I'm going to put some medium in the middle. All right, so see the floating medium. This is the fluff that's inside paint with no pigment. Okay, so then I'm going to use multi-surface. It's FolkArt multi-surface paint. All right, so what's wonderful about multi-surface paint is that it has a sealer in it and it's thick, full-bodied, and I put the colors next to each other that I want to use to do leaves or to do flowers. So I have citrus green, sap green, right here's our sap green. I have wicker white and I have violet pansy. So I'm going to take, and when I'm ready to paint with this, I go like that and it flats it out so it's ready. Now I'm going to work with you a little bit with this. And, oh, I forgot to bring the lid. There's a lid that you can close it up with that covers this, and then a lid that covers the whole thing with a sponge in it. And that keeps it from drying out. So if you want to get your paint, pop the lid on it, go run to the grocery store or whatever, come back and you're ready to go. All right, so let me show you, if you don't have a double loader, how to load the brush. So I'm going to put about a quarter size. If you're in another country, it's not a quarter size. And then I'm going to put next to it the wicker white. Now I'm going to go like that, and that's a little close, but that's good for a 12 flat brush. But if I had a 3/4, I wouldn't want it that close. All right. So I'm going to show you with these two brushes. These are the Donna Dewberry brushes. And one stroke, Donna Dewberry one stroke brushes. Okay, you'll see my name on them. This is a 3/4 flat. I have a value pack that's wonderful, and this value pack has 10 different brushes. So you're going to get a 3/4 and a 12 and all the flat brushes down from there. You're going to have liners. So you're going to use a script liner, and there's a 1 and a 2 script liner. I think I have one right here to show you, a script liner. Then we also have scruffy brushes. So these scruffy brushes I created years and years ago, and I'm trying to find one that's green. And it's a fluffy, scruffy brush. You get two different sizes of those. So I just want to show you what we're going to do with a flat brush to start with, okay? So if I'm over here on my double loader, I can come right here. I dampen the brush, then I lay it on the paper towel, let the water go out, and then I'm going to load. So now this is really close, so I can go half and half. Let's go closer. I can split this in half, or I can come over here and do 1/4 and 3/4. Okay, so then I come over here. Now I split the brush. Over here, I work it in. Okay, I'm going to split the brush again and work it in again. I'm pushing very hard and going back and forth. Okay, now it looks like there's a lot of water here too. So I'm going to go back over here and see if I get all the moisture out of it. Okay, there we go. So it still has some moisture in it. All right, so let's go one more time and let's pick up. Now we're going to not push so hard because we have the paint inside the bristles. See, the paint's all inside. Now we just want the outside of the brush to be blended, okay? Now I'm going to go stroke. I want to show you what happens. All right, so I'm going to stroke. All right, and I might get another one. See the blending? And before I do another one, I can come right here and just pick up what was in there, or I can dip the white, dip the purple, divide the pansy, and work it in. Now, if I'm really dry and just the white edge looks dry, I can just dip the white edge in there and go back here. All right, so I can do a couple more. All right, I'm going to come back here. Oops, no, I picked up too much. So I went over to the other side. So you don't wash your brush. Do not wash the brush because the paint inside is still right. So all I'm going to do is come back here and have 1/4 and 3/4 and go right back here, and I'm ready again. Okay, and I don't need medium right now. I'm going to come right here and I'm ready to go. Okay, now this technique's wet on wet. So look, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to go up and over. See, wet on wet, wet on wet. It's because I have plenty of paint in my brush to do that. All right, so see how often I pick up paint? And then I'm going to come here. I have a whole thing on cabbage roses. I just want to show you how nice the color stays if it's loaded well. Okay, so one more time. I can just dip white and I can go right here, flatten the brush right here, flatten the brush again, and right here, and right here. Okay, so I just want you to see that it's wet on wet, but this, how much you pick up right here is the key. All right, so I do want to come over here and show you, all right, while we've got the purple going, that if I want to load this, I want to go in between. So I can go right in here and go back and forth. And I put it a little close. So for a big brush, then I have to work it here. And this can only, I want you to do this 2 inches, no more than 2 inches right there. And that's to blend the brush. All right. So we'll go back out here and we can do a little rosebud. All right. Now I'm going to keep going right here, but if I can't get in between them, if I have my purple over here and my white over here, I could dip my purple and side stroke my white. Side stroke, dip, side stroke. Okay, side stroke, double load, no more than 2 inches. Now, if I'm going to go painting on something very dry, I can dip straight in and work it in. The other thing the double loader does is it keeps that medium from going all into all the paints. This is wonderful for all kinds of different paints that run into each other, like fabric paints that are real thin, or color shift, or metallics. Okay, so one more time. See, I've got the medium in it. See how pretty the blend is? See? Okay, now I'm going to wash that out. And now let's look over here at the greens. All right, so I can take, all right, and I'm going to do half and half. So I'm going to pick up. Now I'm going to work it in. Hard, push hard, and go back and forth really fast. Not because I want you to be fast, but we're trying to get it into the brush. Now, see, I've got too much green, too much sap. I needed more citrus. Okay, so I can just keep working it till it's lighter. And if you have enough paint on a 12, you don't need medium right then, okay? So look, I can come in here and stroke, pick up brush, flatten your brush. All right, more paint. more paint. All right, now what I want you to see, that the same thing happens over here. If I say I just wanted to get a little bit of that purple, I want white on the light green, purple on, put purple on the sap green. So see that? All right, so now I can come right in here and have some pale green and purple leaves in between there. Okay, so all I'm doing here, I can go into medium and make it real thin. I'm going to wipe that off on the paper towel and just make this thin so it can be shadow leaves. A little bit thinner. All right, so this is just real see-through, like a shadow. Okay. This is a number 12 flat. Now I just want you to see how simple that is. And this is how you use the foam plate or the double loader. All right. What I want to do when I want to take a break, I can turn this a plate upside down on top and I'll keep it from drying out. Or I can pop the lid on here and it'll be good until I get back to it. Okay. So thank you so much. Practice, practice, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.